Hello Gemini, and welcome to your general reading. If you just found my channel, welcome and thank you for being here. So, here we go. At the risk of this totally triggering you, please it's a reading. Don't get worked up. Just listen. Just if you are compelled to stay, stay. And if you're triggered, maybe now is not the right time to watch this. Spirit, what do you have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Spend time alone. Quiet introspection is needed. Disconnect, relax, turn off your electronics, and just be. You might be hitting the reset button on your life and on your relationships. Maybe some quiet time has forced a person in this situation to really think about the consequences of their actions. All right, let's see what's going on. Ooh, I know. I'm human. I'm not immune to this. I've been there. I just saw 444. Relationship paradigms. What speaks to your soul in close relationships? I think the boxes you check for the people who are allowed into your space, the criteria is changing. This self-development energy this is about growth. And what is it that you need to do to make adjustments, maybe in relationships? I'm feeling this is just strongly straight up about a really karmic, challenging relationship. And that could be anybody. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a frenemy. It could be a boss, a parent, a brother, sister, anybody. And I feel like this self-development energy is about owning what we need to own to be healthy partners, just good people. Wow. Protection. The need for energetic, emotional, or physical boundaries is necessary for you at this time. And if you recognize, if the hair stands up on your neck, arms, wherever, when you are in someone's company and it doesn't feel right and you've ignored it, don't ignore it. Think about it. Give yourself some space. Everybody has the right to feel safe. Wow. You are encouraged to experience the warmth of your own company and the peace from loving who you are. When you do, loneliness will cease to exist. It feels to me like there's a group of people I'm reaching who have been in relationships or maybe stayed, maybe too long, in relationships that were just space fillers, a warm body in a room. I know that sounds really harsh, but some people don't want to be alone. And if you find yourself in that position, I feel like this is getting used to enjoying you, loving you, and then you don't need somebody to fill that space. A healthy person who fills that space is then a bonus. Anything else? Oops, I'm shuffling right side up. Okay. Manifestation. Practice the law of attraction to attract what you want into your life. What we think is what we create in our physical reality through thought meditation and daily affirmations. There is a really strong realization here that you are more important than unhealthy relationships. And if you're there, it may be time to evaluate that. Let's see I want to lighten this up a little bit, Spirit. What does this group of Geminis or watchers need to understand about what comes next? Oh, such an important card. I'm going to keep going, but they want me to talk about this. Covenant, sacred contract. And the message with this that I'm being asked to convey is we sign up for this. As cruel and unfair as it may seem, the people we have incarnated with are in our lives for a reason, and we agreed to do this. We agreed to be in an empathic, narcissistic dynamic, in any dynamic that taught us to love ourselves. And so this is part of fulfilling that karmic contract. It's part of your growth, it's part of your development, and it's part of a change for the future. We don't have to carry, just because it's this present lifetime doesn't mean we need to carry through or follow through with that until we're, transitioning. We have the option to wake up and really evaluate the situations we're in, and if we find that we need to extricate ourselves from something that is not healthy, period, full stop, go. Then go. You have free will. But you did agree to do this. Yes, you're being taught something really valuable. Hollow bone teachability. What is the takeaway from this? Stranger, curiosity. I feel like this is the presence of someone who has a significant role. You in someone's life, another in yours, somebody new on your path. Spirit is saying, leave that. Okay, I'm really just letting them guide this. Okay. I'm also hearing, do I say it like that? Okay. What you don't know you were being protected from. About someone, about who they are, their intentions, their deepest hurts. Bottom of the deck, heart, home, compassion. Wow. It all stems from wounding. It does. Sky dancers, surrender. Dust devil moving out of stagnation, straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Ooh, I'm getting a really strong energy that there is a sort of, bouncing back and forth between the spiritual and material, and it's not knowing where one fits within the scheme of their journey. There's a confusion. I know it's not the cards like probably typical meaning. Something's going to change though. Okay, so what's going on? Let's take a look at the tarot. What is playing out for Gemini in this situation? If you are, I'm just guided to say this, if you are an onlooker into someone else's life and they've gone through this, I feel like somebody needs a hug because somebody's life has been kind of flipped upside down. I just saw 1212. That might be one of your number synchronicities, confirmation for you. Okay, what is playing out for Gemini? What do you have regarding this energy? The King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the World, the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, two knights. I feel like of course, with the World here, there is a significant indicator that something has come to a close. The World being the last major arcana in the major arcana. Card 21 is about wrapping up a cycle, and I think it's been a very difficult karmic cycle. I think that the realization happening here is that if something ended and someone's really kind of having to trust their instincts about this ending or this transition of events that I feel this brought about, there's the realization that unless I participate, unless I am in a healthy, constructive partnership or trio or group, whatever it is, I am, kind of, I'm gonna always be on my own or always picking up the pieces of something. That's what I'm getting from this. And it could be that there is a deliberate effort to say something, to do something. I feel like right now there's a lot of silence. There is the need or desire to express something. And, this expression may or may not be welcomed. If you don't welcome it, you're not ready, or you never will be, and that's okay. But I feel like there is something that is felt very deeply and instinctively by someone that needs to be brought to the surface. Now, the Ace of Wands feels like it's a little bit thrown in to throw someone off. I don't know if this was, about an opportunity or if this is a future opportunity. I feel like a spark of inspiration with this particular ace. We saw 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is about putting something new into motion. Whether it is, things are done and I'm moving on. I've taken a lot of time to really slow myself down and think. So it could be a very thoughtful, slow, and methodical approach to fixing something, if not within a relationship, within one's own life. All right, let's take a look at the clarifiers. Okay, I'm going to use the Osho deck. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Slow, methodical action. Being prepared to make something right. I just saw 1555. Courage. Yeah. Oh, this, it could be a confrontation. It could be turning a leaf. I'm ready to do something else. I'm ready to talk, sharing. What else? Knight of Pentacles, strength. In this deck, courage. Knight of Pentacles, the Tower. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, head in hands. Wow, that's not quite what I saw in my vision, but yeah. 8 of Swords in this deck, guilt. Three of Pentacles. Death. And the 2 of Swords. There's a big decision to end something. This could also be a really powerful recognition that something had to change. And this could be, the shadow and the light, any polarity that somebody is dealing with, the old and the new, my old self, my healed self, right? They're pointing out to me a graphic that I created from my book. The me I love, the me I forgive. The shadow and the light. And we have to accept both of those things about ourselves. We're all walking the earth with this kind of experience. And there's things we're all guilty of, right? We are not proud of and we need to fix. And if this is about working together to mend something, so be it. So long as both parties are interested in doing that. If this is just reparations to create a new path for oneself, I feel like that's what's going on up here. What's done? The world. We have death and the world. Trust. I think this is a leap of faith. This is likely, well, I don't know where this is going to take me. I don't know how this conversation will go, how this interaction will go. but I'm just going to trust it. And I think that's why we have the High Priestess here. High Priestess, what is that? Trust your intuition, someone else's. Look at that. Four of Cups. In this deck, this is about going within. You have to subtract all of these, monsters outside of your head who'd like to tempt you or pull you in or hurt you. And I feel like this is there's something solitary. Thank you, Spirit. I was like, what's the word? It's very solitary. It's a period of healing. And also understanding that some people have your back and some don't. Look at the implications if this person lets go. Right? I love that Five of Wands. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. Because I feel like a lot of what we learn, a lot of the wounds that we experience in this human experience are all about people. And if you can't govern yourself, how the heck can you govern your relationships successfully? So this is a really powerful energy. What's the Ace of Wands? I heard like inspiration. What is that? Ace of Wands. Guilt. Healing. We have the Star. Another very solitary energy of just quieting the mind, healing the heart. This is forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. Ace of Wands. The Ten of Swords. This is a tough energy. I knew when I got into this that it was going to be that way. But I feel like, once this betrayal, this sadness, this hurt happens in a relationship or in any situation, where, we go through this death, this rebirth. Okay, yes. I was about to say this was tough for somebody, and I heard Spirit say, rock bottom. Rock bottom. This could have resulted in an argument, a falling out, a really heated situation. Bottom of the deck, Emperor. Knight of Swords. Oops, on the floor. Compromise. Six of Pentacles. Well, that word speaks for itself. If what angers you or has been really difficult creates, angst in any way, you have to look at the balance in your relationships. Are they reciprocal? Will it ever be reciprocal? Some of you, this has everything to do with family paradigms, beliefs, patterns, generational wounding. There's something deep about family here, and there always is with this card. And the blank card is about wiping all of those, outdated beliefs and thoughts out of your mind. Like, hit the reset button for your family, for your kids, for those around you. Be different. This could even involve something regarding a marriage. What is Gemini's advice in this, Spirit? What should Gemini do? Don't let your past hold you back. Nothing is yet set in stone. What do you need to release? Very appropriate cards. This could be telling you about your person. So again, flip it if you need to. Oh, this is nice. A personal issue reaches resolution. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It's over, guys. What are the words of wisdom from the divine? Let's use the messages from Spirit deck. Words of wisdom for Gemini. Choose to be with someone who loves you, supports you, and never makes you feel small. Oh. This is a very auspicious time. The outcome will bring happiness and prosperity. So I feel like you're turning a corner in some respect, Gemini. There's not enough information at this point. Be observant, be patient. And for some of you, if this is regarding seeking out romantic connections that are loving, kind, and aligned with you, like a lifelong life partner, soulmate energy, a divine partner is on your path. This will be a love like you have never known before. Wow. Okay, guys. Let that be the shred of hope in this, the rainbow at the end of this really tough storm. I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. Thank you for being here. Take good care.